Hello friends, today I'll be sharing from Revelation chapter 17. The theme of the remaining passages of the book becomes the final judgment of God. God has chosen to display His power against evil, and the final fall is in sight. Chapter 17 is built upon the vision of a woman, a prostitute who seems to symbolize the same thing that Babylon symbolizes in chapter 16, that civilization convenes it doesn't need God. The prostitute in verse 1 and 2 is the leader of the immorality of the world. She leads the kings to commit acts of immorality and causes the people of the world to be led astray. The fact that the woman in Revelation 17 is referred to as a prostitute rather than an adulteress is revealing. Throughout the Old Testament, when the nation of God strays to sin, it is often described as an adulteress. This, of course, is because those people who are living outside of God's law are simply referred to as a prostitute. They were never in a relationship with God. And here it is very clear, though, that not only is this evil herself, but she births evil. She is identified as the mother of all prostitutes. She represents the source of all of the immorality in the world. In addition, she is the source of all of the evil that seeks to defile God. Verse 4 to 17 talks about the angel's explanation of the scene. While John has described the woman prominently in the vision, the angel reveals that it is the beast identified by his heads and horns that seems more prominent. The beast has been resurrected, but it is a false resurrection. It is probably meant to stand in contrast to the description of Jesus Christ in chapter 1, verse 4. Much of John's visions in Revelation would have had political implications in the ears of his original readers about the cruel reign of Nero and Domitian. Here we can understand that the prostitute that John saw was Babylon the Great, that is, Rome. According to the title on her forehead, she had given birth to other prostitutes and to all kinds of abomination, and she had spread these abominations all over the world. She was drunk with the blood of the saints, that is, she had murdered Christians, those who bore testimony to Jesus. Then an angel explained to John the meaning of the scarlet beast's heads had received a fatal wound, but the beast did not die, it recovered. The beast is a sign of all the evil empires of the world. As each of these evil empires falls one by one, another rises to take its place. This beast represents two different things. First, it represents all evil empires and authorities in the world. And second, it represents the eighth king and Antichrist. The kings, as mentioned, who have been given their authority to the beast, will make war against Christ the Lamb. But Christ and his followers will overcome them. The prostitute in verse 1 sits on many waters, which means that she rules over many peoples and nations. But the beast with its 10 horns will begin to despise the prostitute, and in the end it will destroy her. From her we can understand that evil people and evil powers turn against each other in the end and destroy each other. Ultimately, all power and authority belongs to God. God uses even evil spirits and evil powers to accomplish His purposes. No matter what power seems to exist, God is the one with ultimate power and with a choice to decide when to display that power. The Lord bless us all.